Imagine the situation. Someone's up in your face, they're acting aggressively, they're making threats, your heart is pounding. All the warning signs are there that you are in serious, serious trouble. So what do? Do you wait and see what happens? Do you wait for them to hit you first? Or do you just hit them? If you hit them first, what are the consequences of that? Are you going to make things worse? Are you going to end up getting arrested, going to jail? These are all the things that we're going to look at in this video. Now, to begin to answer the question of whether or not you should hit someone first, I'm going to start with an experiment with Raul. So Raul, chuck this on for me, please, mate. What we're going to basically check out is if I can hit Raul faster than he can stop me hitting him. Okay, ready? Yeah, ready? 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 Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him now. So what does that tell us, right? Sorry, I had to get that last one in. That tells us, you can take it off now, mate. So what does that tell us? That tells us that I can hit Raul faster, right, than he can stop me from hitting him. Now, bearing in mind, Raul is a professional boxing coach and is in really, really good shape, very, very skilled fighter. So imagine you're a bit older. Imagine you don't have training. Imagine that you're a little bit vulnerable. How on earth are you going to stop somebody who's younger, maybe faster, sharper? How are you going to stop them hitting you if they want to hit you? So it's clear that action beats reaction. So purely from a self-defense, self-preservation standpoint, you've got to hit them first. What's the alternative? You wait for them to hit you, they hit you, and then you're on the floor, you're knocked out? What? The next question is about the law. If you hit someone first, are you going to end up getting arrested and going to jail? Well, I'm not a lawyer, but essentially, if you have an honestly held belief that this person is about to cause you harm, if the situation is unavoidable, and if you've used reasonable force to defend yourself, then you're probably going to be okay. Now let's break that down and look at what each of those things mean. So how can you have an honestly held belief that someone is about to cause you harm? Well, there's a number of ways that we can predict that, right? So the first one is their body language. If they're showing any kind of aggressive body language, maybe they're leaning forward, maybe they're making hand gestures, maybe they're, just acting aggressively, okay? Their body language. The next one is their feet. So if they've shifted into a fighting stance, right? They're kind of maybe leaning forward, they're putting their weight onto their lead leg, or they're going into a stance that look like they might throw a punch. The next one could be their fists, right? If they're clenching their fists, whether it be up or even by their sides, whether they're clenching their fists. And the next one is if they're looking around, right? Who are they looking around for? Maybe they're looking for police, maybe they're looking for their mates, maybe they're looking for my mates, right? But there's a reason they're panning around, trying to kind of ascertain what the situation is before they throw that punch. The next one is what they're saying, right? Are they simply saying, I'm going to knock you out? If that's what they're saying, then I'm going to take that on face value and I'm probably going to do something about it. Next one is the situation avoidable? Well, firstly, can I run away, right? If I can physically run away and get out of that situation, then it's avoidable, and that's exactly what I should do. But if my attacker is faster than me, or fitter than me, or I'm with my family, my friends, I'm with the dog, right? That's not going to happen. So the situation is, in that case, unavoidable. What's the nature of the confrontation? Am I being targeted in a kind of predatory attack, right? Or is it an argument? Is it a battle of ego? If we're just here mouthing off to each other and I just shut up and walk off, then yeah, you could argue that the situation is avoidable, right? But if I'm being targeted and I know there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can say that's going to get me out of this position, then it's an unavoidable situation.
Or what happened if I'm cornered? I'm here, I have a wall, and he's keep on coming. Okay, now I'm dead. If he wants to punch me, kill me, now I need to do something.
So the next one is what is considered reasonable force? Well, this is circumstantial. It depends on the situation that you're in and the threat that you face. But essentially, if I've hit him once and he's no longer a threat to me, then that's the minimum level of force required to stop that threat, and that's reasonable, right? If, however, I've hit him and he's come back and I've got to hit him again, maybe again, to stop the threat. Again, that's reasonable, right? Because he keeps coming back at me and I've got to hit him until he's no longer a threat to me. If, however, I've hit him and he's trying to then get away and I keep hitting him and he's limp and I keep hitting him and I keep hitting him and hitting him and hitting him, well, that's not reasonable, is it? If you're a bit older and you're a bit more vulnerable, then it might be that you need to do more than punch someone in order to defend yourself, right? So if I'm picking on a 60, 70, 80-year-old man, them punching me in the face might not meet the minimum level of force required to stop me threatening them, right? So it may be that they need to hit me with something else. Maybe they need to hit me with their phone. Maybe they need to smash me in the neck with their phone, right? Or with a torch or with a pen. Maybe they need to use a blunt instrument, right? And that would be the minimum amount of force needed to stop my threat. And again, that would be reasonable. Maybe you're scared to hit someone and you think if you hit them and you don't knock them out, then they're going to beat you up and it's going to make the whole situation a lot worse. And yeah, that's fair enough, but they're going to hit you anyway. So you might as well get one in first. And ultimately, the harder you hit someone, there's less chance of them hitting you back. So either train to hit really hard, or if you can't hit really hard, then hit them in vulnerable areas. Hit them in the balls, hit them in the throat, hit them in the eyes, right? If you hit them really hard or you hit them in a really vulnerable area, there's less chance that they're going to hit you back and more chance that you're going to be able to get away.
Well, guys, in my case, I'm going to try not to be the first one touching anyone. But there are red lines that, as Ryan said, if those red lines are crossed, your life is in danger. From this distance, Ryan hit me, and it's even if I'm on guard, it's very difficult for me to stop it. If I can step back, then it's going to be easier for me. It's going to be a bit easier just only with half a meter, okay? If I can step back, if I can, hey, mate, leave me alone, okay? Maybe that's it. But what happened if I said, mate, leave me alone, and he keep on coming? Mate, I told you to stay there, and he keep on coming. He's crossing my red cross, okay? And then eventually, mind that it's not a punch that can knock me out, it's bad enough. Mind that it's a knife. From here, there's no way you're going to stop a knife. No. Not even a Delta Force would do. So I need to, kicking distance is my red line. And I'm going to give him twice, 2, 3, maybe 3 opportunities, no more.
So hopefully, if nothing else, you feel more confident to be able to manage a situation like this. And we're not telling you to go out and hit someone. We're just saying have the confidence to act if the situation calls for it. There's no other option. YouTube's really smart and it's about to show you the next video that it thinks that you specifically would really enjoy. So make sure you check that one out, guys. Cheers, everyone.